Hello. Let's get a quick look at the new AI-powered steps that Parabola just released. I'm in a Parabola flow here and showing a few data sources that are being pushed into these green Parabola AI-powered steps. So the first one is extract with AI, categorize with AI, and experiment with AI. So let's get into it. The extract with AI one takes a set of data that's just a sign-up date and then an email address, and these are fake email addresses. And it looks at only which columns you select. In this case, it's just the email address. And then here you ask the AI to pull certain pieces of data out of that interpreted information, so the email address, to call out anything that you want. In this case, I put name, domain, and company name. And then I included a little bit of fine-tuning below to get the results to be how I wanted them to be. So from that email address, the AI looked at it and said, okay, everything before the @ symbol is a name, everything after it is that domain. And then the company name is a bit of an interpretation where it actually looks at the domain and tries to guess for the ones that actually do look like companies, what their company name might be. And again, these are fake, so obviously fake company names. From that same set of data, we are trying out the categorize with AI step here too. So it looks similar, and it's from a similar set of data, but the configuration is a little different. We are looking at the same column here, evaluating just the email column. And then the AI from that column will assign one of these categories to each row. That is, I'm saying, tell me which ones of these emails look like they're a work-related email address, which ones are school-related, and which ones are personal. And it's going to write a new category called, it's going to write a new column called category. We can see that new column right here, and it's done a really nice job for things that appear to be work emails. It's tagged those things, which is really helpful because it's such a long list of different ways that those could look. And then for email addresses like Gmail and Yahoo and Hotmail, it calls this personal, which, by the way, it's a very long list of consumer services that do generate email addresses. So it's really helpful. For a university and alumni email addresses, it called those school. So that's categorize, operating off of a list of email addresses. Finally, the experiment with AI step, we're using a different set of data that's a set of beer data that folks write and contribute to across the internet. This is a different beer name, its description, and then some stats about its ABV, IBU, things like that. And so what I've asked it to do is using this much more open-ended prompt that experiment with AI comes with. I'm asking it to do a few things. For one, adding a column that describes how heavy each beer is based on these columns, name and description. And then asking it to convert these ABVs to percentages. And then also doing something fun down here that we'll look at in just a second. So looking at the results here, it's been successful in all of these things. We have a new weight column here that declares which ones should taste light, medium, or heavy, which is really interesting because usually you'd have to have kind of a human interpret that thing. So it's cool that it can look at this data, description and all that, and make a call. It did convert the ABVs to a percentage value to make that look more familiar. And then the last thing is I'm asking it to add a column with a number of beer emojis according to the ABV. So it took a look at these ABVs and then tagged it with a number of beer mugs, apparently, based on the perceived weight of that ABV. So we have some that are 1 beer mug for the low ABV and then up to 3 for the high. So I didn't actually tell it how many to use, just multiple versus starting with a single one, but it's cool to see it interpret that and be able to give me a little data visualization here. So we hope that you use these steps, even the experiment with AI one, to come up with all kinds of new ways to process your data with Parabola.